Hey guys, it's Chloe with your Hollywood Life Says, and George Clooney tied the knot this weekend to Amal Alamuddin. She is gorgeous. The wedding was amazing, but there was one big-time celebrity couple that wasn't there. That would be Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. But before we get to this possible snub, Elizabeth, I want you to give us every little detail about this wedding.
So Chloe, the wedding was so glamorous, of course, leave it to George Clooney. Like you said, he married his fiancée, human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin. They got married in Venice, Italy, and of course, George, he has a house in Lake Como, Italy, so Italy's kind of a really special place to him. He hangs out there a lot when he's not filming. So the couple, they were though in Venice, not Lake Como, and they got married at the Amman Canal Resort. It was so fancy that George's good buddy, the former mayor of Rome, married them. Yes, this is George's friend. That's just who he rolls with. George, of course, has been Hollywood's long-standing bachelor. He's 53 years old now, and I'm really happy that he got married, but I have to say he was, a serial monogamist, so I am kind of surprised that he did finally tie the knot. What do you think, Bonnie?
When you meet the right girl, you meet the right girl, and I think that's exactly what happened with George. He could not help himself from falling in love again. And this, I bet, took him by surprise too, because he has said so many times that I will never, ever, ever, ever marry again. But instead, he found himself cooking a meal himself and then presenting her with a $750,000 engagement ring.
Bonnie, like you said, when you know, you know. And George knew with Amal. She's 36, she's an Oxford-educated human rights lawyer. She's fluent in 3 languages. Apparently that is what stole George's heart. Now, she is gorgeous. She looks like a Disney princess here, but she's so much more than looks. She's so intelligent. She's an activist just like he is. She's big in the environment. It's no surprise that his love for philanthropy also translated into his love for her.
So we have to talk about the big snub of the night, or was it a snub? Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, they're supposed to be besties with George Clooney. I mean, they've even traveled together, gone to his house in Lake Como. So why, Elizabeth, were they not there at the wedding?
Okay, so I have my suspicions why, but first I have to point out that Brad Pitt did just give an interview to GQ where he praised George, so the two probably are still friends, and I think the reason why that Brad and Angie didn't go is because they're super busy A-list movie stars and they're filming a movie together. It's their first since Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're filming in Malta. We saw the photos of them on their working honeymoon. It's called By the Sea, and you guys, they're so busy. Angelina is writing, she wrote the screenplay, she's directing, producing, and they're starring in it together. So come on, they're busy, but I have to point out, if it were me, I would hop on a plane, get on a quick flight, and I would go to my best friend's wedding.
Yeah, it's only a 2-hour flight. I don't get that. Like, don't they have money to get on a private plane? Brad's like, I'll be back for dinner, just gonna go to George's wedding.
Money's not
I'll be right back.
But I think money is the issue here. I don't think it's so easy. You can't just leave a production sitting, and George, most of all, would understand this. It's a small budget film. Who knows, they may have their own money tied up in it, and they've got 6 kids. I don't think they felt like they could just jet in for 2 hours. This was a 4-day affair. It was a commitment.
And they are in showbiz together. They've done a ton of films together, but maybe they're not as big BFFs as Hollywood has made them out to be. Now, we know that Brad thinks George is, quote, funny as shit, but maybe he just didn't have the time to get upset, and like they were saying, maybe he's just busy with all of his kids.
All right, guys, well, I still really believe that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie should have gone to the wedding because they're such good friends, because, I have my wedding at the end of this month, and if any one of you are too busy, you're not going to see me at this table again. All right, guys, so click on us or above to subscribe and sign off below and let us know, do you think that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie snubbed George Clooney and Amal's wedding, or do you think that was really just a big conflict in their schedules? Bye, guys.
And we have all the latest on Kim's crazy assault in Paris. All right, guys, we have to start with Chris Brown. He just did a crazy interview with Entertainment Tonight.